everyone, Vito here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome back to another episode of the Wayback, Playback. That's right, that is the Age of Sigmar game, where I have taken all of the old Warhammer Fantasy Battle missions and turned them into Age of Sigmar second edition, if they even call it that anymore. Oh, Age of Sigmar, a rule set. I am joined here with Travis, and we are going to be playing 1,500 points of Stormcast Eternals versus the new Ogre Mawtribes. That's what they call them, right? Ogre Mawtribes? Yeah, the new Ogre Mawtribes. I'm still trying to figure out what I enjoy with the Stormcast Eternals. I've really been liking the cavalry, heavy cavalry with the shooting of, excuse me, their backline support. So I'm going to continue to try that. And Travis, this is the second or third time you've tried the Ogre Mawtribe?
Yeah, about third time.
Yeah, third time. So we are going to be trying both of these armies out and see how they play against each other. If you'd like to come into MiniWarGaming and play us, please go to miniwargaming.com/challenge for all of those details. But until then, folks, let's take a look at the board and the armies. Right before we play the game, we are going to choose our battle plans. So Travis, why don't you go ahead and roll a d6, see what we're going to be playing today? Getting a 4. So we are going to be playing Raze and Ruin for today. Taking a look now at 1,500 points of Stormcast Eternals. It's a little bit of a modified list of what I've taken before. It had some use, so I'm curious how this runs at 1,500 points. So let's take a dive in deep. For my general, I'm going to be taking a Lord Castellant on Dracoth. And for my entire army, I'm going to be using the Anvils of Heldenhammer. For their special abilities, I have the No True Death. I am able to re-roll all failed battle shock tests for friendly Anvils of Heldenhammer. So that's going to be pretty neat for them. For my command ability, Heroes of Another Age, I can use this command ability in my hero phase. If so, I get to pick a friendly unit of my general's aura, which is going to be 18 inches. They can either make an out-of-sequence shooting attack or an out-of-sequence combat attack. So that's going to be pretty nifty for my general for today. His command trait is going to be Deathly Aura. I get to subtract 1 from the bravery characteristic of enemy units while they're within 6 inches of my general. And for my artifact of power, I'm going to be taking Soul Thief. I get to pick one of my bear's melee weapons, so it's going to be his big ol' hammer. And at the end of the combat phase, I get to roll a die for each enemy model that was allocated any wounds caused by his hammer. And then on a 3+, they suffer a 1 mortal wound. And then for the mount trait, I'm going to be giving him the +2 attacks if they are within any of these two guys over here. Going into my battle line, I have 3 units here of adjudicators with their bows, and then the guys with the blue armor or the blue face helmet here, they are going to be having their special shock bolt bow. I'm then trying these new guys over here in the form of the Vanguard Hunters. I had the extra points. Not extra points, I only had 140 points. So 110 points is what I'm going to be putting into these guys over here, seeing what they can do on the battlefield, hopefully running around and burning some buildings as they go. I then have a unit of 3 Vanguard Paladors. I've been really enjoying these guys as medium cavalry. They're pretty quick, can do some decent amount of damage, and hold up a flank if need be. And then last but not least is going to go into my heavy cavalry, and that is going to be 2 units of 2 concussors, and they are going to be armed with their hammers. And that is going to be 1,500 points of Stormcast Eternals, trying for a mounted list, but at 2,000 points, it works a little bit better, so mostly infantry based. And now we're going to be taking a look at 1,500 points of Ogre Mawtribes. Travis, where would you like to start?
Alright, I'm running the Meat Fist Mawtribe. So this Tyrant is going to be my general. He has the command trait Food for Thought, so if he's eating during my hero phase, I get an additional command point. And he's also going to have the Gut Plate of Gur, which lets him reroll save rolls of 1. And I will have a Butcher as well. The Butcher is going to have a Cleaver, and he's going to know the Blood Feast spell. For Battle Line, I have 2 6-man Ogre Glutton squads with Standard Bearer, Bellower, and a Sergeant. I have 1 4-man Lead Belcher squad with a Thunderfist, a 4-man Iron Gut squad with just a Sergeant, and a second 4-man Iron Gut squad with a Bellower, Sergeant, and a Rune Banner. And since I had some points left over, I have 1 2-man Lead Belcher squad as well.
And with that, that's going to be 1,500 points of some hungry boys. This is the mat that we are playing on today. The mat itself is from Table War. The buildings here with the brown roofs, those are from GameMat.eu. The buildings here with the ochre color roofs, those are from Urban Mat. And then all the trees that you see on the table here today, those are from Foreground. So as for our mission of Raze and Ruin, this is the way it is going to work. There are 2 objectives on the board, one right over here, and then another right over there. If you are holding your own objective, you score 1 victory point. If you hold your enemy's objective, you score 2 victory points. However, if you burn down these buildings, you will score 3 victory points. How do you go ahead and burn buildings? Every single unit in the army is equipped with unlimited torches. You throw your torch if you are within 3 inches of a building, and you have to do it within your hero phase. So you throw a torch and then you roll a d6. On the roll of a 6, the building suffers d6 mortal wounds. On a roll of a 2 to 5, the building will suffer d3 mortal wounds. But on a roll of a 1, somehow you're fumbling with the torch lands in your unit, and your unit will suffer d3 mortal wounds. And all the buildings here on the board have 5 wounds in total. Very, very simple. Burn down a building and you get 3 victory points. So that is how Raze and Ruin works for today. And this is how we are all set up. So the board is actually cut up in like an L, so it goes boop, boop, boop. My Vanguard Paladors are going to be over here in my left to middle flank, being coupled with the Concussors and my General. Unit of Adjudicators over here beside this building, right beside this objective, which is my own. Then we have another unit of Adjudicators. I put down my Hunters. I know I could have technically deep strike them, but I decided not to just because of how the mission is being played. Another unit of Adjudicators, and then on my right flank is going to be my other unit of Concussors. And as for the big boys, Travis, how did they go ahead and deploy?
I have my squad of Gluttons here with the Butcher next to him and the 4-man Lead Belchers squad on the side. The lone pair of Lead Belchers back by this tiny building. A squad of Iron Guts, the Tyrant, 6 more Gluttons, and 4 more Iron Guts, finishing off my little elf.
I suppose our narrative for today The Ogre Mawtribes, they have already, or were just caught in the act of pillaging this poor little town. The marketplace is all kind of destroyed and strung up. Even like this building right over here, completely ransacked, but they're still trying to loot and pillage and burn the places down. The Stormcast Eternals, they are seeing what is happening. They need to put the ogres down, but they have realized that this city or this town is too far gone, so they are going to burn it down and start anew. Now, Travis did end up deploying first, or he finished deploying first, I should say. So he has the option of who he wants to go first. So, my friend, what is it going to be?
I actually have to take a minute to think, because this one's important.
All right, I'll give you a second. So, Travis, what are you thinking?
I'm going to have you go first.
Me go first?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the logic behind me going first?
I don't think I'm going to lose enough casualties shooting-wise, because I deployed as far away as I could for most of the bows.
Mm-hmm.
So anything you have to do, you're going to have to come towards me anyways.
Okay.
Or mainly, I just don't want to have that giant set of cavalry have to hit me first. So if I can try to get a little bit closer or get on my terms,
kind of counter.
Better. Yeah.
All right. So we're going to go into Stormcast Eternals. Turn number 1. So right at the start of the turn, I'll go ahead and get myself a 1 command point, nice and nifty. So then carrying on with the hero phase, we're going to start throwing some torches into the buildings. We're going to start with these Judicators. They're going to launch a torch into the building. What do I get? Oh, I get a 3, so it's going to suffer D3 mortal wounds for a total of just 1 mortal wound. The building goes ahead and drops down to 4. These concussors, they'll go ahead and throw a torch. Get a 3 for D3. Okay, goes down to 3. If this is indicative of how this game is going to go. And then my general, he'll go ahead and throw a torch. Oh, getting a 6. So that's going to be D6 mortal wounds into the building. Come on, buddy. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You got to be kidding me. I got a 2. This building has 1 wound remaining. Unbelievable. I don't know what this building is made out of, but it is made out of some really fireproof material. Next, this unit here of Judicators, they're going to throw a torch into this building. Ooh, getting a 4 for D3 mortal wounds. For a 1, and then hunters into the same building. Getting a 2 for D3. Oh my goodness gracious. Building drops down to 3. This is my fault for picking all the buildings that we have in the studio with freaking rocks. This is the worst. And then last but not least, we have this unit here of Judicators throwing a torch into this building. Of course, I roll a 1. What is happening already? They burn themselves for D3 mortal wounds. Now I do it. And of course, 1 guy dies and 1 will take a wound. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh no. You know what? That's it. The Stormcast Eternals, they're like, we did not come prepared. We didn't know that these buildings are going to be made out of plasteel. So they're done. Ogres, you can have this place. We're done. Woo! There we go. No, I'm just kidding. So that's it for my hero phase. No magic or anything like that. So we're just going to go right into the movement phase. This is where I'm going to end up after my movement saves. The Vanguard Paladors just moving up as quick as they can. I know these guys can hit really hard. So I'm going to throw them in right now and try to shut them down as quickly as I can. Concussor is moving up with the general as well. Moved the Judicators just a little bit, still within range of the objective, and holding down this building because it will go down. It will go down. We will it, and so it shall be done. And moving on, everyone up just a little bit as well. Still trying to grab the objective and be within range of both of these buildings. Same thing with this unit, being within range of both of these buildings if we need to. And concussors moving on up as well, trying to get within range of our breath attacks. So with that being said, we're just gonna go right into the shooting phase. 2 concussors, they're going to be firing their breath weapon attacks into this squad over here, hitting on 4s, scoring 2 hits for 2 D3 mortal wounds, for a total of just 2 mortal wounds. The unit of 4 adjudicators who decided to go ahead and burn themselves up are going to be firing their bows into the exact same squad, starting with the 3 gentlemen hitting on 3s, only getting 1, 3s to wound, getting 1. This is going to be at minus, I think it's -1? Yeah.
So.
Oh, and you make it, buddy. Nice. And then we have Blue Boy. Does he hit on a 2 because he gets +1? He does hit, and because he hits, he gets D6 hits for a total of 4 hits. 3s to wound. It's going to be only 2. 6-up save.
So 2 6-ups. Nope.
Ooh.
He
Goes
dies.
down. So we're going to go with this squad of adjudicators next. Only 2 guys are within range. We do have the squad leader and a regular guy. So we're going to be putting them into that squad. Starting with the regular guy on a 3. Misses, and then the other guy on a 2+. Hits for D6, or sorry, yeah. Yep, 4 more hits. Looking up for 3s to wound for another 2. These are going to be at -1.
2 6-ups. Nope.
Nope. So 2 wounds go through. And my last adjudicator squad, they are going to turn quickly to the left and fire into, what are these guys called again?
Iron Guts.
The Iron Guts. Okay, so yeah, they kept their name. Because I always refer to them back to the old school fantasy.
Yep.
So we have 3 regular guys hitting on 3s. Getting 2 hits and 3s to wound, getting 2 at -1.
So therefore it goes to a 5-up. Save 1, take 1. Yeah. I take 2.
Yeah, so down to 2 wounds on 1 guy. And now we have the Vanguard Paladors. Actually, you know what? Scratch that, reverse it. Put my thing down thinking reverse it. Yep, I quoted her, that's right. Give me a like. Or I thought, you know what? Give me a nice, sweet little combat if you guys know who that's from. And you're probably a child of the 90s. Anyway, we're going to be throwing their breath of weapons from the concussors. And we are going to be putting them into the Iron Guts. Concussors hitting on 4s. I've got 1 in there for D3 mortal wounds. For just 1 mortal wound. So that guy drops down to 1. Now we have the Paladors going to be firing their pistols into them. We have two shots each, hitting on 3s. And looking for 4s to wound. So we have 2 of them in there, minus nothing.
So 2 4, so guy still dies.
And then as they put their pistols back, they're going to withdraw their javelins and toss them back in. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Getting only 1, but looking for a 3 to wound, getting a 4. This is going to be at -1.
I need a 5-up.
Oh, nope. 1 guy takes a wound. That's going to be it for shooting. We're now going to go ahead and make a charge with the Paladors. All right, boys, get in there. Oh! I think a 6 is a fail. And that was just enough to make them in. That is literally what the charge will look like. Oh, yeah, that is exactly what the charge looks like. He's like, buddy, wake up. What are you doing? Get off. Oh, I am. Okay, there he goes. All right, 3 Stooges, they're back in. I don't think I'm going to make any other kind of attacks. I was considering doing throwing them in, my concussors. It's a 10-inch charge. But I didn't want to go back and forth and risk doing 2 damage a pop to my big boys. So, unless... no. Because then you might get a charge. Let's just see what happens. Screw it. Fortune favors the bold or the stupid, as they say, so fortune's always on my side. Haha! Oh no, why did I roll 10? Ah! Screw it, we're going in, folks. 10 is what I needed, and 10 is what I'm going in with. Oh boy, this is gonna hurt. All right, that is all the charges that we are going to make right now. My general is definitely out of range. So the Knight Paladors, they're going to go ahead and just pile in and fight. All right, so they go ahead, pull out their javelins, and we hit them on 4s. Only getting 1, but wounding on 3s. Yeah, we have got 1 in there. This is going to be at -1.
So 5 up.
And you make it. Nice. And then the chickens, they get to go ahead and fight. We have 9 attacks in total, hitting on 3s. And looking for 3s to wound. These are going to be at -2.
6s.
Oh, you make 1. So just 2 damage.
Now he has 1 remaining.
And then after all their attacks, the leader, he is armed with the Lunar Blade. So he gets to make 1 attack that hits on a 2+, which it does, and you take 1 mortal wound.
And that will finish him off. So I'll have the ogres pile in. Alright, so it is 16 attacks into them, hitting on 3s. Hitting on 3s, and the 6s cause an additional hit. So I wound on 3s. Cool.
We've got 8 wounds. I have a 3-up save, and I do get to reroll the 1s because of the shields. Reroll the 1. Come on, buddy. Oh, he does take 1 wound. So one guy. Oh, it's 2 wounds, right?
It's 2 wounds.
All right, so he drops down to 3 wounds remaining. All right, concussors. They're going to go ahead and try to strike back with the hammers into the ogre unit, hitting on 3s. And 3s to wound. That's a little unfortunate. 1 at -1.
Alright, so 1 6 up.
Just 2 damage. And now for the big old dragons on top. All right, this is where I need you guys to shine. Hitting on 3s. Okay, all right, I'll take it. Looking for 3s to wound, but I really want to see some 6s. Those are not 6s. Only got 2 in there. -1.
2 6 ups. Nope.
So 2 wounds go through.
He is dead.
And now the Iron Guts, they're going to smack these Paladors.
Alright, 6 attacks, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. For 2 at -1.
Whew, 2 at -1. It's going to bring them up to a 5-up save. Oh, 3 damage apiece?
Yep, 3 apiece.
So that is going to go ahead and kill 1 right out. And 1 will take a wound.
And the Iron Guts bite attack. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s.
Ooh, they don't like the taste of chicken just yet. And that is going to be the end of my turn. We don't have any bravery or battle shock tests to do. So at the end of my turn, because this building just would not burn, I don't get any points for it. So I'll just go ahead and get myself 1 victory point, still being within 6. And that's going to be the end of my turn. So at the current scoring, 1-0 for the Stormcast Eternal. Incredible. Let's go now into these big ol' meaty boys. Turn 1. Alright, for the Ogre Mawtribes, we actually forgot to mention your tyrant. He's got a special name.
Yeah, he's got a big name, so on a d6, it's 4, so he has long strider, so he can move 8 instead of 6.
Oh, okay, extra 2 inches could come in handy. Alright, so we're going to start burning some buildings, starting with this one over here.
This squad do it first, so 1.
Oh, they light themselves on fire.
And they...
2.
he burns himself out.
Oh no. Butcher?
Right. The Butcher.
D3 mortal wounds.
D3.
Ooh, for 2. Okay, not bad.
The Leadbelchers.
D3. Oh, for 3. So this thing burns up in a pile of flame and smoke. Alrighty, moving on forward. We're gonna go to the windmill.
Right, the windmill.
Ooh, getting a 3, so for D3. Or a 5, I should say.
Yep.
Ooh, for 3 mortal wounds into the windmill. It's got 2 left.
Yep.
Tyrant's gonna go ahead and throw his torch.
Yep, at that building. For
D3. For 2. So this one's down to 3.
The ogre is going to try to burn that building.
Oh no! Do 3 mortal wounds into yourself for 3 mortal wounds. One guy drops down to 1 wound. And do these guys want to throw a torch?
Yeah, I'm not going to learn from my mistakes. We're going to try to burn this building.
Alright, for D3. Oh, for just 1.
Alright, I'm going to have the butcher try to cast Blood Feast on the ogre squad. Goes off on a 7.
Oh, you got a 10, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
got a 10.
but yeah, it goes off in 7. Gotcha. I don't have anything to stop it.
So they get +1 attack to all of their melee weapons.
Nice. We're going to go on to the movement phase now. So we're just going to start moving the models on turn 1 and show you guys where they end up. And bam, this is where we're ending up. We had this unit of ogres moving closer to my unit of concussors, along with the butcher. Unit of lead belchers moving on up closer towards my general. These guys are staying here, trying to Don Quixote this windmill. Then we have, that's a literary reference. Then we have this unit here of lead belchers also moving up, trying to get in a little closer, and Tyrant made a nice big move, trying to get in a decent charge this way. We don't have any shooting to do. The lead belchers are out of range just by a little bit, so we just have some charges to go ahead and make.
Alright, I'll have the Tyrant go first.
Ooh,
9.
Getting an 11. Or sorry, 9.
9.
I can math. And that's enough to boom, get them right into the concussors.
Alright, so the Tyrant gets 10 dice because of the tribe. And on a 6, it's a mortal wound for 1.
1 mortal wound, dropping 1 guy down to 2 wounds remaining.
I'm gonna have the Iron Guts see if they can make it as well.
No, the 6. And the 6 is able to scoot 1 guy right in. But everyone else is going to have to combine.
So 7 dice for the impact for 2 mortal
2 mortal wounds. That is enough to take this concussor right out.
These ogres are going to try to charge, getting a 3, so they are getting nowhere. Since it's all my charges, I'll have the Iron Guts activate first. And they
6 attacks.
hitting on 3s,
Ooh, what a great roll.
wounding on 3s.
I have a 5-up save, which that's going to hurt a lot. And that is the entire squad wiped out. The concussor, he's the only one who's left. He's going to continue to chomp away at that smaller squad, hitting on 3s. And they'll take 1 mortal wound, and then 3s to wound. Oh, got 2 in there at -1.
Right. 2 6-ups. Nope.
So a total of 5 damage.
So that will kill 2 guys off.
And then we have the mount hitting on 3s for 2 hits, and looking for 3s to wound. Just getting 1.
Alright, 6. Nope.
Just takes 1 wound. Iron Gut's gonna go ahead, pile in, and try to take him down. We have 12 attacks in total.
Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s.
We have 4 of them at -1, gives me a 4-up save. No 1s to re-roll. That's a flat 6 damage.
Yep.
Kills him right out. And that's going to be the end of Ogre Mawtribes turn number 1. Do you have any battle shock? No, you.
Here I think if I roll,
Because you lost what?
2.
You lost 2.
And so that's a 6. 1 guy will run.
No, they're okay. I didn't lose anything except for entire squads. However, we do have 1 to do right over here.
And that needs to be a 5 or less, and one more guy runs.
And that's because one guy burned up to death. And that is going to be the end of the turn. That one hurt a little bit, as both an entire unit of heavy cavalry and medium cavalry are now destroyed, and my general is left by himself. So at the end of Ogre Mawtribes, turn 1, you will get 1 victory point for holding your own, and you will get 1 victory point, or sorry, 3 victory points for burning down that building, bringing the current score right now to 4-1 in favor of the Belly Boys. We do have to go ahead and do the roll-off, though. I do in ties. Getting a 5. Ooh, and getting a 5 as well. But like I said, winning the roll-off. So we're going to go into Stormcast Eternals, turn number 2, and see how we can slowly turn calamity into victory. Going now into my hero phase, my warlord, wrong game, my general, he's going to go ahead and spend 1 command point so he can make an out-of-sequence shooting attack, and then he's going to run away, probably, so he's going to, go ahead and make his fireball attack, or not fireball, but shoot fire breath from the Dracoth. It's going to go ahead and hit this unit here, being within 12. It does. For D3 damage, for a total of 3 damage. Taking that guy right out. And then we're going to start burning some buildings. Unit Adjudicators throwing a torch into this building on, what do we get? Ooh, for D6, for 5. We be burning, not concerning what nobody wanna say. Also, you get 10 brownie points if you know who sung that. Well, moving on down the line, these Adjudicators over here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to hold off on them. We're going to go with the Hunters, throwing a torch into this building for D3 mortal wounds, for a total of 2 mortal wounds, dropping it down to 1 left. So if that's going to be the case, then these Adjudicators throwing it into here, getting a 2 for D3. For 1, it's enough to burn the building. And the squad that burnt themselves, they're going to go ahead and throw a torch into this building. Oh, wrong die. Getting a 4 for D3 for a total of just 1. And then the last squad over here is my concussors, being within, I think these yeah, they are within 3 inches. They're going to go ahead and throw a torch into this building. Getting a 4 for D3 mortal wounds, for a total of 2 mortal wounds, dropping this building down to 2 wounds remaining. And I think that's all I'm going to do for my hero phase, so let's just get right to the movement. Unit of concussors, just going to move up a little bit, staying outside of 3. Unit of Adjudicators, they're going to go 5 inches this way. I'm going to go ahead and run the Hunters, getting a 3, so they can go 9. And that's going to get this squad right up to here. As for my general, he's just going to go 10 right to there. Time to do some shooting. General will go ahead and do a breath attack into this squad over here, the Lead Belchers, hitting on a 4. We do for D3 mortal wounds, for a total of just 1 mortal wound. Squad of 5 Adjudicators, they're going to go ahead and do their bow attacks into the squad of Lead Belchers, starting with the first 4 guys, hitting on 3s and looking for 3s to wound for just 1 at -1.
1 6 up.
Nope, he'll take a wound. And then we have the sergeant of the squad hitting on a 2. Ooh, and he fails. The concussors, they're going to throw their breath attacks into the squad here of Ogres, hitting on 4s. Nothing. Next squad of Adjudicators has to go into those 3, so hitting on 4s. Whoops. And looking, or sorry, 3s, and then looking for 3s to wound. Getting 3 at -1.
3 6-ups.
Oh, nice. You make 2 of them, so just take 1 wound. And then the sergeant hitting on a 2. He hits for D6 for 4. 3s to wound. Getting 3 at -1.
3 6-ups.
Ooh, 3 wounds, taking 1 guy out. Next, the hunters, they're going to go ahead and shoot their pistols into the squad over here. They can shoot and still, or run and still shoot. So we have 4 shots, hitting on 3s and looking for 4s to wound. Getting 2.
So 2 5-ups.
2 wounds to go through. Next, we're going to go with this squad here. Adjudicators, focus firing down, trying to take out this squad. Yeah, we're going to have 3 shots, hitting on 3s, and 3s to wound. Oh, nothing. But we do have the guy with the special bolt hitting on a 2, which he does for D6, for just 1, 3 to wound, nothing. That's all I have for shooting, so we're just going to go right to my charges. My general looks on the big boy is going to make a charge. Ooh, getting a 9. So general makes it in. Bang. Right to there. And then my concussor is going to make a charge. 7 is enough. So we're going to be starting with my general first with his lightning hammer. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Only getting 2 wounds in there, or 2 hits, I should say. And then looking for 3s to wound. We have 2, and these are all going to be at -1.
So 2 6-ups. Nope.
For 4 damage.
I have 2.
And then the Dracoth gets to make its attacks. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. And looking for 3s to wound. Show me some 6s. Oh, we got 2 in there at -1.
2 6-ups. Nope.
So that guy just dies. Next, we're going to have the 2 ogres against the concussors strike into them.
So 6 attacks into the concussors.
And you have the 2 additional hits in
Hits.
there, so all equals out.
Rolling for 3s to wound.
5 wounds, a 3-up save. I'll just go ahead and take 1, so that's 2 damage.
Yep.
And then you're going to go ahead and try to bite me.
Alright, hit on 3s. Alright, wound on 3s.
Okay, you got 1 in there. No rend?
No.
I'm surprised with the teeth. I guess they don't file them down. 3-up save, which I make. Concussors are going to retaliate next with their 6 attacks, hitting on 3s. That was a little unfortunate, but at least that 1/6 does a mortal wound in retaliation. And 3s to wound. Darn. Just getting 1 at -1.
1 6-up.
Naturally, you would. You know what, folks? Because Travis has been rolling so well with these 6s, very soon you'll be able to purchase your very own Vito MiniWarGaming dice and get your own vest. So make sure you get invested. And in normal fashion, hopefully the Dracoths can finish these guys off. Hitting on 3s. Okay, that's looking better. 3s to wound. Show me some 6s. No. I'll take 2. -1.
2 6-ups.
That's enough to peel 1 guy, and then the other guy will take 1 wound. Lead Belch is now going into my Genital.
5 attacks hitting on 3s.
I'm getting only 2.
Wounding on 3s.
Okay, you got 1 in there. 3-up save. Oh, I do get to reroll the 1 because he's got a shield. But if I do successfully make this, I think you take a mortal wound.
I do have a rend, so it becomes 4-up.
Oh, so then I failed that one because I rolled a 3. Oh no, I rolled a 1.
1.
Right. So 4-up save then. Okay, and I make it, and then in retaliation, you take a mortal wound. Because anytime I reroll my saves with my general, you take a mortal wound. And then you're going to get me for a bite.
3s. So 1 save, no rend.
3-up, and I make it. No battle shock for me. Do we have any battle shock for you?
Nope, because they get +2 bravery for being...
Oh, within a certain...
Nope, within 3 inches of an enemy.
So Oh, very cool. Okay, very neat roll. And that's all we're going to be doing for this turn. Because we did burn down some buildings, I'll get 3 victory points for this building, 3 victory points for this building, and then another 1 for continuing to hold my objective. So I get 7 victory points this turn. Which brings the current score right now to 8-4 in favor of the Stormcast Eternals. But now we're going to go into Ogre Mawtribes turn 2. Boom! Hero phase, turn 2 for the Ogors. What are we going to do, Travis?
I'm gonna be risky, and I'm gonna have this ogre try to burn this building.
Okay. Oh no! For D3 more. Okay, don't roll a 5 or 6.
Oh, it's happening. He's gone, probably.
No! He burns himself up. Oh no! The lead belchers burn up this windmill. All right, for D3. Oh, that is enough to light it up. All right, so windmill is no longer. Moving on to the lead belchers, perhaps?
Yeah, the iron guts go.
Oh, iron guts, sorry.
See what happens.
Oh no, another one. D3 mortal wounds and 3 mortal wounds. Oh no, into themselves. They're just, I guess, you know what? The torches, they're so small in their hands, it's a little fiddly.
They're just gonna keep dropping them.
Yeah. And why not go for this building?
All right. 2.
2. So for D3 mortal wounds. For 3 mortal wounds, that's actually pretty big.
So I'm gonna have the butcher try to cast Voracious Maw on the concussors. Goes off on a 7.
Which you do. I have nothing to stop it with.
It's D3 mortal wounds. It's D3 mortal wounds for 1 mortal wound, and then on a 4+, it can keep going.
Okay.
So, nope.
It just
1 mortal wound.
Okay, I'll take it. So the concussor drops down to 2 wounds left. And that's going to be the end of the hero phase. So we're just going to go right to movement. Where would you like to start?
I'll have these lead belchers move up. So.
And we are counting as the these little fences not impacting how we move through it. They're just there more for show.
Alright. So just have these 2 guys move right up to the objective. I'm gonna have these ogres run. They're gonna move 11. Get them so they're within 3 of there. I'm gonna have these iron guts move. So and my tyrant, since he has 10 inches, is just gonna kind of get close to that building for now. So these iron guts, since they haven't moved, have D6 shots. So
Total
5
5
shots.
shots. Hitting on.
Hit on 4s.
I'm getting a total of 3 in there.
And wound on 3s.
For a total of 2. -1?
I think I'm gonna check.
These are going to be a -1 for a 4-up save. So I'll go ahead and it's just 1 damage.
Yep, just 1.
I take 1 wound. Bring my Lord Extend down to 6 wounds remaining.
These 2 lead belchers are gonna shoot. Since they moved, it's only D3 attacks, so they're gonna get 3
shots.
Hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s for 1.
4-up save. Ooh, another 1 goes through, down to 5 wounds.
Charges, I'm gonna have the iron guts try to charge. So,
Ooh, 7 inches. Do you want to spend a command point to have them re-roll? Because I think we're looking for a 10.
yeah, I'll have them try to reroll. So,
Oh, nope, getting a 6.
so I'll activate the lead belchers, clear the only thing in there. 5 attacks, hitting on 3s,
Getting a total of 2 hits in there
wounding on 3s.
for just 1. Any minus? No minuses.
-1.
Oh, it is -1. Oh, right, because of
They're
the...
beating you with the cannon.
right. Looking for a 4-up save, and I make it with a 6. And because you're hungry ogres, you get to bite me.
2 bites, hitting on 3s.
For 2.
Wounding on 3s.
For 2. Now, these don't have any rend.
These don't.
Alright, so I have my full 3-up save, and I make those both. So Locust then is going to try to fight back. He has 3 attacks with the hammer, hitting on 3s. Ooh, those 2 ones are no bueno. Looking for 3s to wound. And we have -1.
Alright. 6.
Oh, and it shifted. Look at that. Very nice, my friend. The Dracoth, can he do it? Hitting on 3s. That's unfortunate. And looking for 3 to wound, or, yeah. No, oh, wow. General just completely woofed. Awful. At the end of the turn, you will go ahead and score 1 victory point for holding your own objective, and you score 3 for burning that building, which brings the current score right now to 8-8. So it is a tie game. But we have to go ahead and do the roll-off. I believe I win ties.
Yep, you win ties.
All right, so survey says getting a 2 and a 5. So this is going to be a big turn for the Ogre Mawtribes. All right, let's hero phase this up. Where would you like to start? Magic or burning?
Yeah, let's see how many of my guys I can have drop torches.
Okay, so these guys over here.
Into there.
Oh, all right, for D3.
Alright.
Oh, for 2, it's got 1 left.
This one building here.
Oh, for D6.
4.
A total of 3. Building goes up in flames.
These iron guts are going to try to burn that building.
Oh, for another D6. Very nice.
4.
You can snipe this in 1 shot. Nope,
1.
for just 1.
And that building over there by the tyrant.
Ooh, okay, for D3. And for 3.
I'm going to have the butcher cast Voracious Maw on the concussors. So I need a 7. Got a 7.
I can't stop it.
Alright, so D3 for 1.
Just 1.
Will it continue on a 4+?
Nope. Going into the movement phase now.
I'm going to have the butcher move up. So he's outside of 3. I'm going to have these iron guts run. They get to move 12. I'll have them move over to this building. Alright, I'll have these iron guts move. So they're outside of 3.
We going into shooting phase now.
The squad-led belchers will shoot at the Castellan, so 2d6 shots for 7. 7 shots hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s.
For just 2.
2 at -1.
4-up save. Oh, I'll take 1.
The lead belchers behind them that are on the objective are going to shoot. 3 shots. Hitting on 4s. And wounding on 3s. 1.
1. And I make it. Shooting is all done.
For charges, I'm going to have the Iron Guts Charger Lord Castellan.
And they are in with a whopping 10. They absolutely make it in, and now we have to go ahead and do some impact hits.
Alright, so 11 dice. 6 is our mortal wound for 2.
Butcher's gonna go ahead and charge in as well.
So,
For 4. Just enough to make it in.
yeah, it's 5 impact hits for 3.
3 mortal wounds. Oh my goodness, that is enough to take out a concussor and put 2 wounds on that guy. We're going to be activating the Butcher first.
So he gets 3 attacks with the cleaver, hitting on 3s,
Getting 3 hits.
wounding on 3s,
Oh, 3 wounds.
It's -2 for the cleaver.
Oh, -2. 5 up save. I save only 1 damage.
2.
2, so that's 4 damage. Boom, takes him right out. Okay, my general is up. Ooh, I have no idea where I'm going to put. You know what? I'm going to be putting all of my attacks. Did I put all my attacks into the lead belchers? Or no, actually maybe the iron guts, because then I can soften them up and then have the rest of the army just right into them. Yeah, I think I'm going to put everything that I've got into the iron guts. So 3 attacks hitting on 3s and looking for 3s to wound. For just 1 at -1.
So 1, 5 up.
Oh, 2 damage. So I think that's going to kill one guy and put 1 wound on another one. And then the Dracoth on 3s, just 1, 3s to wound. Oh no, down goes the general, I think.
I'll have the iron guts attack back. 9 attacks hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s.
4 up save. Oh, I get to reroll the 1s. Okay. Oh, damage. 3. Yeah, that is enough. Boom, to take him right out.
I do.
There's no battle shock to do, so we're just gonna go right to the end of the phase. It was pretty good taking out my general, taking out my heavy cav. All I have to do is shooting, or all I have left is shooting against an all or almost all close combat army. I gotta start burning down these objectives and wait until these guys get towards me, because then it's no bueno. So you'll get 3 victory points for burning down the building and another 1 for holding that objective. Current score right now is 12-8 in favor of the Mawtribe. Going to Stormcast Eternals, turn number 3. All right, jumping right into the hero phase, we're gonna start burning some buildings right away, and then maybe we just evacuate. They can have this place, eat everyone all you want. This squad over here, throwing a torch into the building for D3 mortal wounds, for a total of just 2. And then this squad of adjudicators doing the exact same thing, throwing a torch for D3, for a total of 3. Woof, lights up the building. Hunters throwing a torch into the building again. Light it up. All right, we have a 3 for D3. Ooh, for a total of 2, which is just enough to light up the building. And then the last thing for us to do is for these adjudicators to throw a torch into this building. D6, getting a 5 for D3 for a total of 3 mortal wounds into this building, dropping it to 2 remaining. So the squad of hunters, they're going to move their 6 inches, stay outside of 3, and make a little bit of a block this way, and maybe see what happens being close to that building as well. This unit here of adjudicators, they're going to start moving forward 5 inches, getting closer this way. And then this squad over here, they're going to go this way. Vanguard Hunter firing their bows and pistols, or whatever they are, into the Butcher, hitting him on 3s. And looking for 4s to wound.
3 5 ups.
2 wounds go through. Next we're going to go with this squad here of adjudicators, firing at him, trying to bring him down. 3 guys firing with their bows on 3s, only getting 1. 3 to wound. Oh, nothing. And then the sergeant on the squad on a 2. Hits for D6 for just 1. 3 to wound. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. This squad, show them how it's done. Hitting on 3s. Looking for 3s to wound. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. -1 on the bows there.
So 6s.
3 wounds do go through.
Got 2 left.
And then the big bowman himself on a 2. Hits for D6. Ooh, for 6 hits. Looking for 3s to wound. 5 at -1, looking for those 6s. Oh, and that is enough to take out the butcher. Next, we're gonna go with these adjudicators firing their bows into the big angry boys with the clubs, hitting on 3s, and looking for 3s to wound. Just getting 2 at -1.
2 5-ups. Save 1, take 1.
And then the sergeant on a 2, he hits for d6. For 4, looking for 3s to wound. Just 2 at -1. Here you go.
2 5-ups.
Oh, one guy will drop.
And 3.
And that's going to be the end of my turn. Because I burned some buildings and held my objective, I'll score 7 victory points, which brings the current score right now to 15-12. Woo! It's getting a little bit of a tight game, but I don't know if my bow fire is enough to take down the rest of this, because even your shooting is still pretty decent with that -1. But we do have to go ahead and do the roll off for that double turn. 3 and a 3. I think you win ties.
Yeah, I won.
Oh, all right. Let's go into Ogre Mawtribes, turn number 4. Time for the hero phase, or we should say torch phase.
I'll have these gluttons try to burn this building.
Ooh, for D3, doesn't matter what you roll, building lights up.
These iron guts are going to try to burn that building.
For D3, for just 1, drops it down to 3 wounds remaining.
The tyrant's going to try to burn this building.
For D3, ooh, for 2.
Next.
And that is enough to light that one up.
I have nothing left for hero phase, so I'll go on to movement. I'll have these iron guts move up 8. I'm gonna have this tyrant move. See that's fast strider. He's gonna get trapped in the smoke and move up to there. I'm just gonna have these guys move up 8 to get close to that building. These lead belchers move 8. There. For shooting, I'll have these lead belchers shoot at the hunter squad. 2d3 shots for 5. Hitting on 4s.
Getting a total of 3 in there.
And wounding on 3s for 3.
5-up save. Damage just 1?
Just 1.
Just 1. All right, so one guy just drops. We'll have this guy. No, yeah, definitely this guy. And then all we have left to do is a charge.
I'll have the tyrant try to charge in.
Ooh,
9.
getting a 9. I think what we needed was an 11.
I think he needs an 11.
Yeah. And do these big belly boys want to get in?
Yeah, I'll have them try to charge. They need a 10.
Oh, and they're the ones who get the 11. All right, they're getting in there.
All right, 11 impact hits.
Oh no! Look at all those 6s.
Oh boy.
Because each one of those is a mortal wound, right?
Yep, that's 5.
So that's 1 dead guy, another dead guy. Oh my goodness. Oh jeez, what did you do to me? He's dead. He's dead, and 1 will take a wound. Oh no. All right, we have 6 attacks from these big boys.
Hitting on 3s.
Uh-oh.
Wounding on 3s.
Okay, I have 5-up save because this is -1. Oh, wow. Okay, 3 damage though, so that's enough to take out these 2 guys.
And then 2 bites, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s.
Nothing. All right, the leader is gonna pile in and pull out his little Shiv Gladius and try to get you with his 1 attack, hitting on a 2. Hey, all right, and looking for a 4. All right, we got you. There's no rend to this.
So 4 up. Nope.
Oh,
takes it.
yeah, we got you. Battle Shock on a 5-up. He's running. Yeah, he's done. He's like, no, I am done. Okay, that was a really linchpin move that you did right there. It was pretty clutch because you burnt 2 buildings. You'll get your objective and you get mine. So that's 2, 6 plus the 1, which brings the current score right now to 22 to 15 in favor of the Ogres. I want to show you guys actually something pretty funny. Our tracking system for like victory points, command points, and all that, it doesn't actually even register because the 21, it stops. So I had to put more dice because you have 22 victory points to my 15. And with that being said, I think that's going to be the end of the game because even if I burn these 2 buildings, I'll get 6. I can come back over here, re-secure the objective, and kill these guys for 7, which then brings it to a tie game. However, all you have to do is quite literally burn this 1 objective. You take your objective, and then there is no way for me to continue with just my poor bowman. So that is going to be the end of the game. That is going to be Raze and Ruin. Almost the entire village or town is engulfed in flames. The Ogre Mawtribes have somehow defeated the Stormcast Eternals, and now they are going to continue pillaging the rest of this poor town. Travis, man, good game.
That was fun.
Yeah. So what did you think of this custom mission, Raze and Ruin, with throwing the torches and stuff?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was nice that everything was symmetrical, so there was the same number of buildings, so you still kind of had to be focused on getting to the opposing side to stop it, so it wouldn't be a tie. The only thing maybe needs to be 2,000 points, just to have a little bit more bodies, but...
Yeah, because we decided that we were going to play 2,000 points, because what we are going to do right now is we are going to jump into the vault, and we are going to play another game of the Wayback Playback. I mean, this game could be played at any point level. We just decided that we were going to play 1,500 points for today, just so we can get 2 games in. But yeah, at 2,000 points, this would definitely be, excuse me, I think a little different. I think because we would definitely have more hitting power on both sides. But yeah, I think this was a lot of fun. A lot of things got burnt, and it was one heck of a game. But yeah, everyone, thank you so much for watching right now. We're going to jump into the vault and play a second game. If you want to actually check out the second game, you can sign up for a 7-day free trial. Everything that we do here at MiniWarGaming, we do in pairs. So you get access to this video, the vault video, all of our other bat reps that are inside the vault. There's literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. All of our narrative campaigns and all of our painting tutorials. So I highly recommend that you guys sign up for the vault. It's absolutely free to do. And then even after the 7 days, if you guys are not happy with the vault, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee if you guys don't want to stick with the vault. But I recommend, or I guarantee that you guys will stick around. That's how much the vault is awesome. I started off as a vault member, and then I ended up here as part of the MiniWarGaming crew. So we will check you guys in the vault, and until next time, folks, happy wargaming.